Hi everyone, I filmed and was going to post a video celebrating 100 subscribers and thanking you for being here. But I just felt really bad posting something so celebratory right after the worst mass shooting in US history. I'm a health and decision psychologist, and so I find the question of why a person would be so atrociously violent to be critical and inherently interesting. And I've seen lots of people propose in the past 2 days arguments of why this happened, what was this person's motivation in particular, and why gun violence happens in general. And for the most part, these arguments aren't supported by any evidence beyond anecdote. And it's not their fault. The government agencies that research this sort of thing have been banned from studying gun violence for a long time. This doesn't mean there's a complete absence of evidence. And saying we don't understand people's motivations isn't an argument that we should do nothing until we study it or something. There are obvious steps we could take, like banning assault weapons and broader implementation of background checks. That could only help and have negligible downside. But whenever people make the case that it's one trait of his or another that was his motivation, and that motivation will persist even in the face of a weapons ban, the only honest answer is, I don't know. We just need to try to find out. And the fact that our representation in government can't seem to try anything is another curious question of human psychology. Maybe the CDC could study that. Anyway, thank you for subscribing and thank you for being here. I started this channel partially because I started a new job and moved to a new place where I didn't know anyone, and I was hoping to find people who shared some interests of mine. I'd love if you'd comment to say what you've liked thus far or what you'd like to see more or less of, or just introduce yourself or ask any questions of me as a psychologist or an individual. Thanks for being here. I hope we all put kindness first and approach things we don't understand with openness and curiosity.